Hello, YouTube! It's the Utopian Buddha. So, in the next 3 minutes, I'm going to hit you guys with my philosophy on the nature of reality and God. So, this is the first picture I want you guys to examine. Let me give you guys a few seconds to examine it and understand what I'm saying on a very fundamental level. All right, done. Let's get started, guys. A waking dream I once had. God says to me, I love you, Anshu. Me, I love you, God. God puts his head into his hands and breaks down crying. I'm unworthy of your love, Anshu, because I did this. I created all of this suffering. The deepest compassion I have ever felt encompasses me. I start crying as well. But you created the joy too. God smiles through his tears. Yes, Anshu. Yes, I did. But that was actually an experience I had while I was homeless during going through my homeless phase. The necessity of existence. Ultimately, God did not choose to exist just as you yourself did not choose to exist. God, the non-dual source, simply is, and therefore duality and reality exist as a consequence of God's existence. Similarly, you simply are, and therefore you enjoy and suffer the opposites of reality as well. Do you honestly imagine that if God had the power, then he or she would allow this suffering to continue? Do you think the Holocaust or any war would have happened if God had direct control over reality? No, God only has indirect control over the universe. He controls it through us. God is the love in our hearts, but we have to connect to that love in order for God to have any power. We have to act on that love if we are ever going to create heaven on earth. We send bombs over national boundaries, so why can't we send spiritual love bombs over religious boundaries? That was an original Anshu quote by me. This is another picture, how the individual soul is a relationship between God and the mirror of the mind. All right, here is my next section. Illusion of the Atman. In a certain sense, the Atman, the individual soul, is an illusion. In another sense, it is the realest thing in the world. The existence or non-existence of the soul depends on where you stand. Ultimately, God is the only thing in existence. God is the thing that reincarnates from life form to life form. The soul is simply the mirror, the relationship between God and the mirror of the mind. The reflection between the light and the mirror is what creates the little soul, the little ray of light and piece of consciousness called you. When you look within to the source, you ride the ascending light up to God. When you look and think and pray and meditate only upon God for long enough, you merge with the source and then are able to ride the descending ray of light into manifested reality. You become an enlightened being capable of transforming the world. But to truly see the light that is you, you must clean the mirror of the mind so that the light of the self shines bright. Lust, greed, and anger distort the light of God because each defect clouds the mirror of the mind. But when the ego is purified, when the mind is made clean, you begin to truly see your oneness with God. You become a true reflection of the divine love that hides within the heart of all things. Namaste, guys. Have a good one.